Law is in everything, and I had to learn that. It's in everything, and it's in every day. And I don't say that, I apply that in my life. I'm still learning that. We have to start making the choices and decisions that will change the trajectory of our lives for the better, and not just waiting for things to happen and deal with them later, or, anything. So we are falling into things rather dictating what will happen. So the best lane to be in is the one that you create and you protect. That's your intellectual property, that's your personal property, your body, your soul, your spirit, your children, your family, your businesses. Everything in this country is contracts, whether we want to accept that or not. That's absolutely true. Credit, everything that we deal with on a day-to-day basis has its foundation in principles and law. And we have to bring ourselves into awareness of it and be conscious enough. Law is spiritual laws. You have the law of gravity, the law, the universe and universal laws, and, principles and foundations and that sort. Other than that, everything else is created law by man created law, which is legality. So once you understand that, you learn how to sign without liability, and you having, just so many things you can get creative. And once we accept that law is in everything, we will be able to handle the idea of the course of life much, much better. And we go in it head first, and, we make a conscious choice to do things, and very practical when it comes to getting married, when it comes to having children, when it comes to purchasing a home, when it comes to, our businesses and our intellectual property. So what you're doing, this thing gets really deep because it's very spiritual. When you're dealing with a business, you must have your corporate seal. It's very important. Your logo is important. Your trademark, your copyright, your patents, your legal paperwork, all of that stuff, and all your beliefs and your practices. All these things deal with law. It deals with spiritual laws and principles and things like that. You're communicating to the universe so that you can return what it is that you want. Abundance. Going to work every day, it steals from us so much that we don't really realize, because we're so consumed in getting to work and being on time and following all these rules, and we don't have time to take out and meditate and pull upon the forces, because we have to prepare to go to work. We got to commute. We got to, and keep up with the day-to-day tasks that we have going on. But these major brands that's been around years, they have tapped in the level of, by going to patent a particular color, because they understand colorism and they understand all these different. We battle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness or spiritual principles in higher places. We're dealing with spirit. So we're doing all of these things because it's creating and sending out into the universe. So that's the very reason that we need to trademark logos. We need particular colors. Colors they have meaning. We need, our trade secrets. We need all of these things protected in the things that they mean behind. These are the principles that you're building your business on. And so you're communicating in each dimension, in each, ether. You're communicating on different dimensions so that you are. Anytime you go into a courtroom or any type of thing, that is symbolism. They have their flags. They have a particular. These things are spiritual. The energy, from everything, because you have to think. Just when someone come in your home, it's the same thing. So you have to understand that, and so that's what I say. With everything that we're dealing with law on every level, every day. We just don't realize it. And so now that and are you aware, and not So when we become creators, we begin to create, and we understand that everything that we do and every choice that we make and every decision, it's all based on contract. Contract makes the law. Contract is the law. And so when we begin to understand that, we begin to take better steps toward the progression of our finances and our families and our legacies and so forth. then and only then do we become creators and co-creators of our universe, of, our families, of our legacies, of our businesses, of our trust, of our children, of our estates, of our, intellectual properties and so forth. And we're not looking and seeking out professional opinions and advice. We are going to these people and saying this is what we want, because we understand that contract makes the law, and we're no longer subjective, but we are taking control and dictating